Live. What's going on? Happy New Year. We got Franz from High Nine with us tonight.
High nine. Just drink
Cheers, all.
it.
Just
Cheers,
drink
everyone.
it. Hurry up.
Ah,
Oh yeah.
pineapple.
I think that's my
You
favorite.
know I had to say my favorite blackberry here.
Yeah, even if
There
we
we
did,
go.
even if we did run out, we can put whatever the fuck in the cans and just be like, "Yo." It's
I'll tell you
You
what,
know we're live,
I
right?
am.
okay.
I'm having a little bit of challenge keeping everybody loaded with samples because we got all these different shows we're working with now, and
That's what I was
it's a
saying.
it's a
Dude,
great sign.
I've been trying. I've been trying so hard to save them, but they
Yeah, it's
just
like
keep
I know we're not.
disappearing when I'm not even drinking them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we're not supposed to drink them like that, but they're
Hey, look,
good.
man, I put it this way: I just
Cashman
left
hater in the
France.
chat.
I'll be back there tomorrow. We're making more, so
Awesome.
keep on drinking it, and we'll keep on shipping it.
Well, we're ready for some more. I can guarantee you that. So.
I got you.
If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just sharing this real quick out there to maybe the people that don't know that we're on right now. Boom,
And I
boom,
welcome
boom.
everyone to my 1980s, 1970 decor La Quinta Inn here in Appleton, Wisconsin.
Oh yeah.
Wisconsin.
Oh man,
Wisconsin.
digging the
That's where you're at
accents.
right now?
That's where I'm at right now. I'm in Appleton, Wisconsin.
Is
You
that
like
the
that?
place? Yeah.
Wonder how far that is from old Rody J. One of our
Like,
buddies we've had on the shows up there in Minnesota.
We're about 25 minutes southwest, I want to say, of Green Bay, and about an hour kind of northwest of Milwaukee.
Oh, I forgot to check. I forgot to share those shows account. That's so new. I always forget about it. By the way, if you're watching and you're not following us on the Twitter, the show's account, FL Dad and Shaggy Big A, I think that's what it is.
Yeah. And we got
Big A Live something.
Yep.
at drink
And
high nine. Yeah.
and Drink High Nine. Yeah, you make sure you want to follow these guys because they've got a good message and a good product. And Franz is here to tell you his message. Franz, I'll leave it to you, buddy.
Yeah, go ahead and do the sales pitch. What's up, Lindsay?
Do the sales pitch.
Not a sales pitch. We want your mission, not the sales pitch. The
Mission statement. Sorry, not
Oh,
sales
yeah.
pitch. Mission statement.
Yeah, I
From
gotta
the
remember,
heart.
first of all,
From the heart.
yeah, no,
You know
first
what?
of all,
The problem
thank
is
you
I haven't
guys.
started smoking yet.
Shut up and let him talk.
It's all good, man.
I was saying we forgot to say start the sesh. Sorry, go ahead, bro.
Well, it's funny because we all got together not too long ago and did this. I forget this is the first show I've actually been on with you guys. So because that first time we talked, man, that was hours of fun by itself. So I wish we almost would have recorded that. We could put it out as well. But again, thank you. My name's Franz Tudor. I'm the CEO of High Nine and one of the official sponsors of the Florida Dad and Shaggy's Big A Live show. That's the official name.
Yeah.
Almost.
Blessed.
That's
Blessed.
FL.
We got to come up with an acronym for that.
We just
But
said
no, I appreciate it. So for those who are not aware, High Nine is amazing.
It is.
Pitch done.
all right. Well, just drink it and you'll find out.
So we got every can, we got 10 milligrams of Delta 9 THC. What we do is Big A's actually got a sample of it. We take a honey, we infuse it with the Delta 9 distillate that creates our THC base. We add that with real juice. So we use real blackberry juice, real pineapple juice, real lemon juice, and so on for all of our drinks. Then we've addressed the issue of dehydration, especially when you're smoking, you're getting dehydrated. So we put in the coconut water. It's got more electrolytes than a Gatorade without all the sugar, and quite frankly, we have a lot less salt. We only have I forget what we have now. It's 5 milligrams of sodium per can. And that's really for a reason because a lot of us we already consume enough salt in our daily diet and other foods and such that we don't need to put it in the drink. So what we were really gunning for was like a proper balance of hydration, because for proper hydration, you need potassium, magnesium, salt or sodium, and dextrose or sugar. Those are really the 4 components to get the balance. So, we designed this to kind of take into consideration our daily diets. We already get plenty of sugar. We get plenty of salt. We're not getting enough magnesium and enough potassium. So let's get that balance. And then the other thing we've got in there is we've got organic vitamins. So we've got shiitake mushrooms that are bringing in vitamin D. No, those are not hallucinogenic. They're just vitamin mushrooms. We got papaya. We've got orange. We've got bananas, again, for more potassium, more electrolytes. The other neat thing, at least for me, is we went non-carbonated for a couple of reasons. One, first of all, we use real juice. And if you really do want bubbles, throw it in the soda stream. We've already done that. And it will hold its flavor. It'll taste awesome. But, the big thing for me is, one, you're not going to get the bloating, the indigestion that you get with overcarbonated drinks, especially like the spiked seltzers and so forth.
Right. Never had acid reflux off of it ever yet. Never.
Yeah, and some of these are pretty acidic. Like, the limeade has got a lot of acidity to it naturally because of the citrus. But you can also, as we call it, you can find your zone. So you can, basically you can say, all right, I've never tried one of these before, or I don't know what 10 milligrams really means. And 100 milligrams in a gummy or 10 milligrams in a drink, like all these milligrams are getting thrown around, but everything's a little different. This isn't like ethanol, which is, the base of any alcohol, whether it's wine or beer or vodka. So you can find your zone, drink half the can, put it in the fridge, come back, drink half later, or 15 minutes later, depending on how you're feeling. And you're not going to have to worry about it getting flat or losing flavor. So the last sip is going to be just as good as the first. So, So we love this. I mean, it's I will tell you, it's been life-changing for me. I'm an old dude. I'm 51, bad knees, bad back, bad attitude. And believe it or not, this is not pitching the health attributes, but personally, I can now run and jump. I was actually thinking about, by the way, doing this podcast on a treadmill to prove my point, because I could not do that 9 months ago. But quite honestly, I'm just too fucking tired right now. I'm being lazy.
Well, you've been on the road, man, right?
It's you gotta. I love being on the road. I love being on the road.
Mm-hmm.
So much to see, so much to do, people to meet. Stopped in a casino just because I had to stretch my legs, sat down, played 15 minutes of blackjack, won $75, and got up and left and said, hey, that doesn't happen from my couch. But, we love it. I'm out spreading the word. We're here producing more product, getting ready for more states coming online. Unfortunately, we can't come online fast enough because there's more states going offline because of what a lot of our politicians are doing to just, mess the world up. So we'll overcome.
Yeah.
Well, plus it's football season. And I'll tell you, I really, this is the first season I've been able to sit down and like drink one of these while I'm watching a game. And I will tell you, it just gives me a great relaxation.
Yeah. Well, I guess realized that I got to be careful and not drink these before I do recordings, because I don't do recordings. If I drink the non-caffeinated ones and I smoke, is that a fire alarm?
Hey guys, there's an alarm going off in my hotel. I'm going to mute my microphone for a minute so I don't distract.
Yeah,
okay. Wow.
Uh-oh. That'd be a podcast.
There we go. It's off.
Oh, okay.
False alarm, I hope.
Wow. Well,
all right, we got Rando Brad in the comments. He even said that he left his in the garage overnight and it was still good the next day. We got Doc in the comments. What up, Doc? Cashman Hater. What up? We got Lindsay. What up? Can't figure. I just upgraded the plan, got a cooler background and stuff, and haven't figured.
Oh, you did?
How the hell to get the chats? Man, I thought, yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you before, but you can't see it.
Perfect. Well, let's
see it in the playback.
Let's hear some noises.
Hey, by the way, if you haven't opened a can, it'll you could leave it in 100-degree temperature. It's going to be fine it's pasteurized, got a year shelf life. But now if you open it, put it in the fridge, it's real juice. I mean,
Yeah.
you wouldn't leave, orange juice out overnight and then get excited about it the next day.
It don't turn into formaldehyde once it's cold
No.
and turns hot again. Okay, that's
No.
good news. Yeah, that's always good news.
I don't see that yellow number 5 in there. I see that makes your wee small or whatever.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I've been drinking yellow 5 for years, and my wee ain't
In
got
there,
any
so that's
smaller.
good.
Yeah. So, Franz, let's ask the big question now. You said something about football. Do you have a team? Let's hear it.
Have I what now?
A team. Do you
Your
have a
team,
team?
who's
in
your
football? NFL. What's that mean?
You know what? I don't like pro sports at all. It's
You.
college?
I'm the U. I am the U, man. And this is finally Florida Dad. It's our year.
That's
Sorry for the Florida
Man, you're
State
making
fans out there with
sick.
your
Oh, wait a
0-3
second.
start.
Shit.
He's talking about Florida, ain't he?
Man, do you remember Will Mallory?
He's
Of
in Miami,
course.
University of Miami. He's not
Oh,
a Gator.
Miami.
Don't insult him that bad. Don't insult him that bad.
I don't know. I don't watch. I don't know, man. There's so many damn teams in one state. Who the hell knows?
Well,
That's
no,
true.
there's really only one team, and there's other guys in football, but there's only one team.
Here we go.
All I can
Well.
say, woo, Pig Suey, baby. That's all I can say.
My co-founder partner Todd, he's a Florida State graduate, and I actually went to NYU. We're like the largest school in the country without a football team, and I grew up in Florida, and I don't know what it. I was always gravitating toward like the swag of the U. That was just kind of my style as a kid back in the day, and
Good
a little
player.
something about me.
That's the orange and green and white, right?
So you were
Oh man, and I grew
degenerate
up on the
criminal
West.
back in the
I grew
day?
up
Like the Mighty
Yeah, I
Ducks.
grew up over on the West Coast, and my first business was cutting lawns, and got to the point where I actually was employing other kids to go cut lawns as well. I became a lawn pimp, as I called it, and
Pimping ain't easy, man.
Hey, it works.
Hey, man, I had to make sure the blades were sharp, the gas was in the tank, and we had enough bags, man. It was,
Pimping
get
ain't
back
easy.
out on that yard and go make me some money. But
Mhm.
the first car I bought, I found it's Florida, so you unfortunately for some her husband had passed away, had a 1986, pretty much brand new at the time, Mustang convertible, L6, white on the outside, red on the inside, white top, and I was able to buy that at a great price because, quite frankly, I kind of think I might have taken a little advantage of her at the time. But the first thing I did was I rolled up and I put the 18s in the trunk. I had to have it. Boom, boom, boom.
That's right. Heard you coming.
Bounce.
Heard you coming. Yeah.
Roof.
Yeah, I had
They
speakers in the
heard me
back of my
coming.
truck.
Whether it was back in the day, it was 2 Live Crew or shit,
Yeah.
Vanilla.
2 Live Crew.
We were even pumping some Vanilla Ice, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Man, I remember cruising town one time. I had this CD, and it was a burnt CD, obviously, but it had like a bunch of random shit on it. I cruised town to Golden Girls one night, man. And that really got a kick, man. I got to stop like
being a friend.
Yeah, I played it more than once because the first time I played it, it got such a reaction as I was going through town, man. It got such a reaction as I was going through town. I played it a fucking gig, man. Yeah,
That's
it was awesome. Yeah, but I had speakers in the back of my truck. I had this truck, lowrider truck. Yeah, this little Nissan twin cab, but I had the back window out of it, and I had a little boot between the window and the camper top. But it wasn't a camper top; it was one of them with no windows. You know what I mean? And I had lights and the seats and everything back there with my big amp and my big fucking speakers and shit. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, that reminded me of that as you were sitting there talking. As you were sitting there talking, man, I was like, man, the memories. Yeah.
Oh, I know. It hurt me when my parents actually sold the car on me. Like they sold, like I was in college, and I come home one time and I'm like, where's my car? And they're like, we sold it. You weren't here.
Holy cow.
Like, oh, well, because I was in school in New York. They're like, when are you going to need a car ever? I'm like, yeah, but that was like, that was the classic,
Yeah, they could have kept it, man. Just think about it now. Just think about it now. It's still,
There was not a car that probably screamed, Florida 1980s more than that thing.
Oh, man.
And I love it because when I roll through different states, I'm more in like the hip hop. Hip hop music is more like my thing, but the old stuff, not.
Yeah.
I hate to be that old guy and be like, "Oh, kids, what are you listening to?" I mean, I
It's
honestly
noise.
don't really get it.
It's noise.
Yeah.
But hey, to each their own. Every generation their own. Our music was noise.
I guess. Yeah.
Do you know how many
Right.
times?
I'm open-minded. I'm pretty open-minded.
Man, I got in trouble all the time on the school bus for singing, "Hey, we want some pussy." I mean, it's like, come on. Parents look at me saying, "That's music." No,
But you did,
That's garbage,
Oh, we wrote. You want to hear the little song we made on the football bus?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I've sang it before. It goes, "We're raiders, craters, traitors. We're raiders of the night. We're mean sons of bitches. We'd rather fuck than fight. We circumcise our captains with a dirty piece of glass. We cut down telephone poles and shove them up your ass."
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard you say that before. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I don't think I want to be a
I heard
captain on
that,
your
yeah.
football team.
It don't sound
I
like it'd be
definitely don't
fun,
want to
though.
be the center.
Oh, dude, we did some weird shit on the football bus, man. Field house, there's no holds bar, man. But
Look, it's just times have changed. You know what? It's funny because I went to one school for school, and I went to another school to play sports, and that other school was like our local high school. And I grew up in a small, like at the time, it was a small town. And it's sad. We hear about all these school shootings and all this and that. I can't tell you. You come into the parking lot, the student parking lot at that high school, almost every other vehicle was a pickup truck driven by a student. And every single one of those trucks had a gun rack with a shotgun with ammunition in the truck. Yeah. And no one ever brought, there was never an issue. Never.
Yep.
Never.
Yeah.
I don't know where social
that,
media, the blessing and the curse of society, the internet, the blessing and the curse of society. It's, facilitated and made it easy for bad people to do worse things, unfortunately. So, I mean, I wish there was a way we could hit rewind a little bit.
The line. Yeah.
It's great with connecting people. The problem is it doesn't always connect the right people. Some people don't need to be connected.
Yeah.
What up, Jay?
That would be a great commercial for a bad cell phone company that drops signal all the time. Sometimes you don't need to be connected.
Yeah, he's right. Yeah.
We're the service that's not going to let you drunk dial your ex in the middle of the night because we won't be working. We're going to save you that embarrassment.
So
we got to
what do you say?
figure out. I got to figure out this this ganja. What is that? What did I call it? A ganjier? Yeah, ganjier.
Ganjier.
Like a sommelier.
We do because we got to get the smokes with the pairings right. By the way, any mixologists out there, I want to make mocktails. I need to have some menus for bars, clubs, and restaurants that we're going to start launching into because we want them to. I really don't want them to make cocktails because I don't want really. I mean, if it's your choice to mix alcohol, it's going to go great. It's going to taste great. I get it. But for us trying to go the health route and more focus on, people looking for things with real ingredients that taste good and still make them feel amazing. I need some mocktails, whether it's a high 9 teeny or whatever y'all can come up with. I need them, and we'll help promote you. We'll put you out there. We'll do some videos with you making the drinks. But I really do need those ideas because I still see the bars and the clubs they haven't even started this wave. They haven't even jumped on the wave. In fact, I don't even know if they're in the water on their board yet, but they're going to start looking. And, I want to be prepared and have some just amazing cocktails. Probably have to get some like martini glass, some high 9 martini glasses and stuff made up.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
remind me tomorrow during the day when I'm sober, and I'll text my sister. She's a bartender.
Perfect. Because we got to have somewhere. So we get a little fancy. We put the pinky out. You know, you can drink with the
Yeah. She's been doing it for a long time too. So.
Yeah, matter of fact, let me get in on that pinky action here.
I'll do it with what's left of my blunt, and I'll do it with my high nine in the other hand here.
You can even wave.
Pinky's
I'm
out.
from the country. We wave at people.
Oh, you wave it? Yeah, that's right.
I will wave.
No judgment. We're not
Hey,
judging.
guys.
We're not
Hey
judging.
guys. Hey guys. How you doing? Anyway.
Shaggy, are you anywhere near Port Royal, Virginia?
Are you talking to me? Do what now?
Are you anywhere near Port Royal?
No,
Virginia?
I'm not near Port nothing. I'm over here on the other side of Virginia, East Virginia.
Gotcha.
I mean West. I'm sorry. I'm in West Virginia. I'm not in West Virginia. I'm in the southern western part of Virginia. I'm at the bottom over to the, whichever way you're, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
I will send you GPS.
No, I'm near Tennessee and North Carolina. You know, you got Tennessee here, you got North Carolina here, and you got Virginia. It sits right on top. I'm right there.
Yeah. You're just in the tip.
Yeah.
Just the tip. Only the
just
tip.
The tip. Only the tip. Yeah.
No diddy.
Yeah. I'm telling you that the north-south line runs through Virginia, and I'm just under it. Right, I'm in the south. I'm just under that line. I'm barely south.
Nixon line? Is that it?
I'm barely south. I don't know what the fuck it's called.
When I went to New York, when I went to NYU, I'd only been like to New York one other time to just see the school. I was only there for like an hour or so. But when I went to New York, it was the first time I'd ever crossed the Mason-Dixon line. And when I was in my dorm and I was, talking to my roommates and all, and I said the Mason-Dixon line, they're looking at me like, what the fuck is that? It's like, well, you grow up in the South, you learn what the Mason-Dixon line is. It's almost like they're telling you, don't cross that line. Don't go up. Don't go up there. And yet here I am, probably like, an hour and a half from Canada or something.
Yeah, right now.
Man, that's where I'm going to go.
Before heading back to Texas, Doc says he has a recipe for a mock mojito.
Love it. Shoot it over.
DM him. Yeah, send him a DM, Doc. Damn, man. We got Lord Figo or Figo, Figo. I think that's
Lord Figo.
Yeah, we got Duck.
Yeah,
Doc,
up, man?
Duck Dodgers in the crowd. What up, Duck?
What's up, Howard?
I wish I had some more jerky to eat on the show.
What's up, Howard? Good. Hey, Howard's birthday was yesterday, right? Was that yesterday? Yesterday.
Oh, was it?
Uh-oh. Well, it wasn't today. See, my days mixed together, so I'm pretty sure it was yesterday.
Billy had something out there commented on you.
Yeah. Yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Where the hell? Sorry, I'm gonna pack this here. Gandalf bowl. Smoke it. Because it goes good with my high nine, man. No shit.
You're going full on high.
Yeah, I already finished mine. I see that blackberry one, man. I drank some and then I just keep drinking it. Like I can't. It's like I don't want to put it down.
The next time I go to a production run, I'm going to have to probably run a contest to let somebody come and be like my official taster. Because, I taste random cans as they're coming off the line. And I swear to you, and I get to the plant at 6:00 in the morning. And by 9:30, I just have to remind me, I'm done. I got to stop.
You're ripped.
I'm ready to tap out and take a nap somewhere. Even with the caffeinated ones, you get enough of that going. And
yeah.
I mean, I know people, y'all have different tolerance levels out there, but it does work. And the funny thing is, we're going to put out this announcement on probably Tuesday next week. I was in Kansas City this last weekend for the American Shaman corporate meeting, a CBD American Shaman. So they're like one of the largest and oldest CBD hemp-based retail chains and product developers in America. They were around before the whole Farm Bill and everything got popular.
I like a little history.
Yeah, so we're going to be we're doing a co-branded. It's going to be pretty much almost the same can, but we're throwing in like all their colors and their logos around it, all the same flavors, and we're going to be their official THC drink. But I was at their event. They had a talent show, and I brought a bunch of product for all the franchisees and folks who were there to try it out. And man, I could see people's demeanors just changing because, like, I saw him when I first walked in. Hey, how are you? I'm Franz. Hey, great to meet you. Here's my card. Here's a high 9. 20 minutes later, they're on. You could have got anybody in that room to jump on stage and start singing or doing something crazy because they were all just feeling so good. It was an awesome vibe. Loved it.
Yeah,
all good.
all your fault.
So
You'll take it, right? It's all your fault. People are feeling great. You'll take it.
Dude, you know what? I'm so tired of the negativity and it's crazy. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just actually the best way I can explain it in a little more about me is that, you know, I drive a lot, so I got to find different things to listen to if I'm not on my phone, which is probably most of the time.
Yeah.
But I will listen to, I listen to Bible casts and all that sort of stuff. And there was one I was listening to today, and, you know, the preacher was going on about how this world has just become so selfish that, you know, we're more worried about, and again, not to turn this into a religious show, but, you know, we're, as a general population, we're more worried about what other people think of us compared to what, you know, God would think about us.
I'm guilty of that. Yeah.
We all are. You know, we all want the person, you know, I'm not above anything. I'm right down in the dirt with everybody else, you know. I'm here in my La Quinta Inn. I'm not living a life of luxury. And, you know, I don't care about the accolades or any of that anymore. But I did, you know, for a long period of time. I was right there in that rat race. Like, you know, where's my office? Where am I in the pecking order? You know, I want to be important. I want to be the man. And it's just, I found that it actually led me to make a lot of bad decisions having that mentality. So now trying to shift my mentality to focus on doing the right thing, even if it doesn't help me, might not help me right now, but I got to do the right thing. I'm always trying to move forward. Now, again, nobody's perfect. We're all going to have slips here and there, but we just got to try our best. I think not even try our best. I think we just got to try better. We got to do better. And that's the big thing. And I see it in so many places dealing with companies. I mean, I had a battle with FedEx today, getting a refund on a box that never showed up.
Right.
It never showed up, and they wanted to keep the money, and they were trying to deny my claim. And, you know, I'm yelling at them. It's some call center in some country somewhere else. And, you know, look, those people are working hard. I'm not going to belittle any of them. They're taking an opportunity, and they have the opportunity because they're willing to work for a lot less money and not necessarily have a better lifestyle because it's lower income where they are. But, you know, all the outsourcing of jobs and, you know, companies just trying to squeeze every last penny out of the consumer. And especially when people just flat out steal. I mean, you know when it's theft. Like, if I sent you a can of shit like this one, for example, this can's all beat up on the top, and I don't know, it might not even taste good because it's beat up. I could easily just put that in the box and send it to a customer and say, hey, let them deal with it and blame it on FedEx or somebody else, even though I know it was the problem. I can't do that, you know.
Yeah, FedEx can do that shit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying in general, it's, you know, whether it's FedEx or
it's just
Verizon,
shitty. It's wrong.
I'll go down all the companies I've had recent issues with, you know, FedEx, Verizon. And, you know, the one thing about dealing with like all these different things is it takes up time. Like, it's not at some point, it's not even about money at certain points. It's about like, I've now been on hold for 45 minutes. What could I could have made a meal for my family. I could have gone for a walk. I could have done, you know, I could have done something productive. I could have done something. I could have taken a nap. 45 minutes is amazing nap time. At least for me, it would be.
Power wash your porch.
Yeah. Is my wife sending you like the list of shit I got to do when I get home?
The honeydew, he wouldn't be able to see it even if she did.
Yeah, man,
she'd have to put it in large font.
Yeah.
No, when I get home, we got some wasp nests. I gotta blast out from our front porch. I know it's on our list of things to do, but you know,
are they reachable?
Like, I want to have fun with y'all with the other podcasts. I want to do this Gangier thing. You know, we kind of talked about it a second ago. But, you know, I'm going to talk to the people that do the certification and see if we can put together like a big program for like, 5 to 10, let's call them high niners, to go and actually get their Ganjier certification, because I think that's just kind of fun. It's cool. It's camaraderie.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
And then we can all hang our pinkies out.
Ganja certification. Look here. I'm going to stick my pinky out and hit this ball. Look here.
Oh, yeah. So, first off, we got Terry in the audience, too. What up, Terry?
What's up, Terry?
And since, you talk about there's too much negativity and you want to play some games, well, let's play some games.
Let's have some fun.
Let's start having some fun. Business out of the way. All right. First things first, we like to get to know our guests. So, have you ever played Two Truths and a Lie?
Oh, shit.
Nope.
All right. So, you're going to tell us 3 facts about yourself. One of them is a lie, and we have to figure out which one is which.
So you're gonna make me use
and we're
my
gonna
brain
take some
to think about stuff.
We're gonna take some comments
Well, I mean,
from whoever's watching too, and see what they think before we answer.
That's right. I'm watching.
Yeah.
What up, Julie?
Julie made it.
So
Really?
Dabbing her way in.
2 truths and 1 lie.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
In any order. You want to try to
Understood.
stump us?
Understood. Okay, first one. I've dunked a basketball more than 1 time in my life.
Now, is this like kids hoop or like regular standard size?
No. This is, okay, hold on. Let me get more specific.
Get out of here.
I have dunked a
Well, we both
basketball
have
more
little
than 1
kids that have,
time in a game on a real
Okay.
court. Okay.
Okay.
That's the one. I've hit a hole-in-one. And I have been in a recording studio with Jay-Z and Biggie Smalls at the same time.
Well, hoping that the third one is true, because that's just kind of cool. I'm going to say that you've never hit a hole-in-one, because I've been golfing for years, and that's fucking almost impossible. Unless you're talking putt-putt.
What's the audience say? What's the audience say? Do we call them an audience?
Well, we got to
give
give the audience, viewers, whatever. We got to give it a minute, because the feed is delayed since it's live.
Oh, gotcha.
See, Doc says hole-in-one's a lie. See, what do you two think?
I know people that's done hole-in-ones. Yeah.
I don't.
I've seen it happen, but it is very
short
rare.
little
I was working at a golf
think-
course.
I think number 3 is bullshit.
Yeah, that's almost like
So
that.
does Lindsay. Lindsay's with you, Shaggy. She says
Yeah.
3's bullshit.
I think 3 is bullshit. Yeah.
3's bullshit. Yep. Ain't no doubt.
I'm sorry, a lie.
See, Terry says hole-in-one and less mini golf too. Yeah. See.
No,
All right, what's the answer?
Not mini golf.
What's the answer?
Yeah, Julie says the third. What do we got?
Julie says 3.
I've never hit a hole-in-one.
That's it.
Oh, I was right.
Oh man!
I told you that shit's damn near impossible.
Well, yeah.
See?
I came close.
Doc and
I
Terry
can't-
got it.
I've come close, but no, I played. Thus, the injuries. I played a lot of basketball in life. I was fortunate to get coached by Dean Smith and Mike Krzyzewski and Jim Valvano when he was alive. I've been to all the 5 stars. In fact, one of my my AAU teammates was a guy by the name of Clifford Rozier. He was a 7-footer from Bradenton, Florida. He ended up being the number 20 draft pick to Golden State. Sad story. He ended up committing suicide because he had undiagnosed mental health issues. But played a lot of basketball in my life, and believe it or not, used to be very fast and could jump rather high. Then back when I was at NYU, I started a record label with a music producer by the name of Ski Beats, who's basically my brother and my one of my son's godfathers. My son's got a bunch of godfathers, but so Ski was the producer. He did Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt, Dead Presidents, Who You With, Feeling It, 22s on 22s. Started the group Camp Low. So there was a time when he was working on an album for Camp Low, and the song Feeling It, if you're familiar with it from Jay-Z, that track was actually supposed to go to Camp Low, but it ended up going to Jay. and everybody was at D&D Studios in Manhattan, New York, and I actually was working on Wall Street at the time, so I'm up in D&D in my suit and all that, young guy, and Ski had the beats that it was for a song called Lucchini by Camp Low, and took him around in one studio. Next to him was Biggie's studio, which was like mayhem. I mean, it was a party.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't even
bet.
know when they recorded music. Like, you couldn't tell the difference. And then the studio next to him was Jay's studio, and that was like an office. Like, he just got shit done. And yeah, so everybody was hanging out in the D&D studios all the time. So that was a good time.
That's
I
cool.
started out actually
I would
doing
love to be. I mean, I don't even care like if it's a popular band or just a garage band. Just to be in a recording studio and witness that shit live would be cool as hell. Like just period.
It is. The problem is when you reach the point where they just start playing the same thing over and over and over and over, and it's like an hour and a half later, like, all right, I gotta go, man. I've heard the song. Like, well, didn't this song come out 10 years ago already? You see my
music videos I do. Like, how do you think I prepare for those? I listen to the song over and over until I can get the lyric close enough when I'm lipping along.
So there's a song. So we had an artist. His name's Pittsburgh Slim, and his name was Pittsburgh Slim. He's about 6'3", Muslim rapper from Pittsburgh, and that's actually how we ended up meeting with Wiz Khalifa and them. But he had a song called that we put out called "I Like When Girls Kiss Girls," and this was about 4 or 5 months before Kate Perry came out with "I Kissed a Girl." And it was funny because we were in California shooting the video, and you can Google the or YouTube the video, and it was funny because we had a Maxim magazine chick, a Penthouse chick, because obviously it's I Like When Girls Kiss Girls, and it was funny because I went and flew back to New York, went back to work, and I'm on the trading desk, and all of a sudden I got all these guys, like, because they knew I was involved in hip hop at the time. They're like, hey, have you seen this video? And they'd all forward it to me, and it was our video. And I was like, yeah. You see, like, how she's sitting there, like, I'm right there, sitting there watching the video. That was cool. That was fun.
Wow.
Damn.
I've done meetings with, Leor Cohen. You've probably, if you follow hip hop, you've heard of him. He's a obviously legend in the game from Def Jam, and just lots of folks, man.
I've heard the Cohen name. I've heard the Cohen name somewhere before.
Yeah, Leor was Russell Simmons' right hand at Def Jam. He was actually, I think his story was he was like a concert promoter out in California, and one of the first groups he founded or discovered was Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Wow, I mean, damn.
Fucking love
that's a pretty big deal there.
Yeah, there's some, there's some people that have just been so lucky. I'm not going to say to live like a cool life because, everyone's definition of cool is different. But like being able to do what they love, and what they love happens to be like just surrounded by so many different opportunities. And, it's like, it's funny. My wife always jokes about it because we'll watch a movie and she'd be like, oh, this is a good movie or bad movie. I'm like, you know how cool it is that they got to go spend 3 months there shooting that movie, and everything was paid for. They got, nothing was in their way. They could do anything.
Yes.
Like, that's what I see. I see like what they do. What does it actually enable them to do? Because that's really their life. Making the movie is their job. But it enabled them to have an experience in life that not many people get. And I just, that to me that's the cool shit, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Living it up.
I mean, I know, like
experiencing, because you don't always have to live it up to have a great experience.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I used to travel a lot for work, and my company is only in like the Southeast, not all over, but I traveled to all the different states and multiple cities, and I always I was there for work, but at the end of the day, it was either go back to the hotel and sit there and do nothing, or explore the town, go find some local place to eat, go walk to the downtown area and see what's up. Like, and I always tried to take that opportunity, especially if somebody was traveling with me. I'd be like, let's go get dinner somewhere,
dude.
like,
No.
let's ask the people at the store, hey, where is the place to go, and let them tell us where we're going to dinner.
That's what happened to me in Italy, man. I wound up walking around Milano, Italy by myself, and it was the most greatest experience I've ever experienced in my life, dude. I came up on a real live opera, but it was on a stairwell in the town square. It was like down in the, it wasn't a square, it was a circle. But it was down in the thing in this fountain. And it's real opera, this real Italian in Italy opera just outside on a stairwell, dude. And I just come up on it because I was in this thin roadway and this cobblestone shit, and the buildings go straight up beside you, you know. It's so freaking awesome, dude. That's what happened to me, man. But I went by myself because everybody's like, oh, you know, I had to go to bed for whatever reason. Gotta get up tomorrow. I'm like, bro, we're in Milano, Italy, man. You're going to go to bed. We just got here, man. Oh, blah, blah.
You got to go experience it.
I was drinking Italian beer, man, and Jaeger bombs, dude, and just walking around. Dude, they party in the streets all night. It ain't a party though. It's like a classy party, man. It's like they're all drinking and having fun, but they're all wearing golf shirts and they're all hanging out and just being cool. There's no. It's awesome, man. It was awesome. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to ramble on.
No, man, I love it because I did the same. Like right when I graduated college, I had Tom before I was going to start work, and man, I'll never forget because graduation was that day. Put my mom and dad on the plane, flew them back to Florida, went and obviously partied with my friends, and dude, pulled out the buzzer, shaved my head so I wouldn't have to worry about washing my hair, packed my backpack, and I flew into London, and by myself. I was going by myself, just me and my backpack. Had some people along the way I was going to see. I flew into London, and all I knew was a month later I had to be in Athens to catch my flight home. How I went and got there in the middle didn't even matter. And it, just like what you're talking about, is some of the coolest and craziest things I've been to. But I mean, unfortunately, Europe's a little different now. You got to be a lot more careful than this was 1995.
Well, how I got back to the hotel, because I'm drunk and American, so I didn't know where the fuck I was at by the end of it, right? So it was like 4 a.m, dude. And the only place I had lights on, and I didn't know if they were just opening or just now closing, right? So I just walk up on a dude. Everybody been so nice all night long, right? Yeah. So I just walked up. Dude, there was this candy apple red, my American ignorance Corvette is awesome, right? So whatever the fuck car this was awesome. Had the butterfly doors or whatever you call them. Awesome. I just walk up to the guy, man. I'm like, listen, do you know where the hotel Villa something, And dude gave me a ride right to it, man. It was only 2 blocks down, but he's like, hop on in. And I got to ride in that car right back to the hotel, man. It was primo perfecto. It was awesome,
French
brother.
American men, I wonder. Yeah.
Huh?
I wonder if French women like American men.
Oh, I don't know, man. I didn't do much flirting and bullshitting around for Kale or nothing, man. I was just enjoy. You know what I mean if you're there, man. It was beautiful. Everything. I'm American, dumbass, right? To experience that, man, was.
Yeah, that's what kind of just pisses me off. Is like that kind of adventure that I did. You really don't want to think about doing that these days, just because of the how the world's eroded. Declined, however you want to look at it. I mean, it's just not.
Yeah,
I mean,
probably wouldn't get by with it now. No.
No, I mean,
somebody's like, "Hey, I'll give you a ride two blocks down." And
sure, American.
You will. I'm not getting
sure, American. Hop on in, American. Come on.
I just meant anywhere.
My dad would not have jumped on the phone saying, "I've got a special set of skills." But no, it's sad because. I mean, I did so many cool things on that trip. It's like I remember it like it was yesterday. In fact, I got my only tattoo at a place called Hanky Panky, which is in Amsterdam. Nice. It's a husband and wife, Hanky and Panky, and it's like one of the famous tattoo shops in the world, actually, and it's there in Amsterdam. I did that.
Oh, Amsterdam! Wow.
I went to Monte Carlo. And, you know, again, I got my hair's starting to grow back by that because it's toward the end of the trip. But I'm still like, you know, I'm a dirty tourist. I've been staying in hostels and sleeping on trains and whatever. And I try to get into the casino there in Monte Carlo, and the guy's like, no, you're not coming in. And I'm like, what do I got to do to get? He's like, you can't. First of all, you got to get your backpack somewhere. We don't have a locker. You know, this isn't a bus station, I think is what he told me. So I went around the corner. I went walking around, and I found actually a place to rent a tuxedo. And the guy actually in the store, I told him what I wanted to do, and he thought it was the funniest. So he let me actually store my bag there in his store, rented me the tuxedo at a really awesome rate. And I walked back up to the casino later that night, kind of like my little James Bond moment. And it was funny because he played along and he was like, oh, welcome, sir. You know, like treating me like I was some so, and then the best part about the whole thing was I walked in, I hit the tables, started with like their low limits, which were pretty high limits for me at the time. And I won enough money to pay for my trip about 6-7 times over. Mm-hmm. And I walked out. I tipped him. He was like, have a good night, sir. I was like, have a good night, sir. And I took the tuxedo back. And the last part of my trip was down in Ios, Greece on the island. And because I just won all that money, it was an insane party.
I have a confession.
It was money too. Okay. You know, you got to live it.
I have a confession. I had the opportunity to go to Amsterdam, but I actually chose Italy instead. I know, right?
Italy's awesome.
Everybody was grabbing, not everybody. I didn't want to say everybody like there's a bunch, but I'm saying seemed like Amsterdam, right, would be the place to go for a guy like me, huh? No, I wanted to go to Italy. I knew what I was doing. I wanted to go to Italy, man, for the exact reason of the story I told you. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hell yeah. You go to Amsterdam with your buddies for a week to have fun.
Amsterdam. I've lived in Amsterdam. I've lived in Amsterdam here in America pretty much my whole adult life. What do I need Amsterdam for, man?
Yeah.
You know what I think is
really it's beautiful there too, from what I see.
What's really cool to me about like getting out and seeing stuff is then when you do like watch movies or TV shows and like they show a scene that like I don't know, the Hannibal Lecter movie where he's in Italy, he's in Florence. I'm like, hey, I've been there. Like it's always cool. Like
yeah,
it gives you a different connection. It's just I don't know, I love it.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, even same thing. Like the cities like that I've been to, like Charlotte, Atlanta, Knoxville, some of the other cities just in this region. And seeing them in movies and shit, and be like, oh, I drove down that road on my way to this place, or they passed by a restaurant or a business. I know what you're talking about. That's so fucking cool. Well, especially here, The Punisher was filmed in Tampa.
My doctor's in
the John Travolta
City,
Punisher,
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Wagon wheel.
That's the fun thing. So my son, when he started school this year,
with that song.
He had to do like a storyboard about himself. So we've got all these pictures of he's traveled with me. He was on the last production run coming up here. We went to the Willis, used to be the Sears Tower and stuff. So we were putting his board together and all these pictures. And I'm like, go up to your whiteboard. Let's write these down. And he started writing down the initials for every state that he's actually, and I'm not talking about driving through, like we've actually stopped and he got his hair cut in Little Rock, Arkansas at the Godfather's barbershop. Loved it.
Right state.
Willis Tower, wherever it might be. And we total it up. And he's only 5.5 years old. He's already been to 21 states in this country.
Oh,
yeah.
And so when he's on, we'll see some on TV and I'll be like, you've been there. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's the da-da-da-da-da. And he'll tell me everything about it. I love, because that's, sharing experiences with him. It's all part of life, man.
I've been everywhere, man. That's what he'll be singing. I've been everywhere,
yeah. He has been, man. We haven't hit the Northeast, like Idaho or Idaho, Montana, Wyoming. We have not been up there yet. He hasn't been to Utah. Obviously, have not been to Hawaii, or Alaska yet. So, but he's been a lot. 21 states is pretty good by the age of 5.5.
Oh, you damn right.
Shit, yeah, I guess. Cultured.
I
By
just
the
had
way-
whatever states were on the drive to Indiana.
By the way, we do ship
Wi-Fi.
to Hawaii and Alaska.
All right.
And we have a couple folks, and I'll tell you what, when I pack that box for my product to go out to Hawaii, I'm actually jealous of my product.
I
want to crawl in the box because I can
So-
and then I see the pictures of them posting, and there's the palm trees and the beach, and they're like, I got the high nine. I'm like, that should be me.
So
Not
there's
the
people there's people that has actually asked me or made a comment or whatever about Canada or across the pond and all that. No goes.
Canada, I can't even get into damn Canada, but that's a whole nother story. But
Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
we'll save that for a late night edition. But yeah, we can't ship into Canada yet, and we have not checked on what countries we can send it to. But I'm thinking right now we can't import. Like it's just our the global regulations, our state everything is it's so stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even explain it. It's just
somebody
stupid.
screwed it up probably before. Yeah.
I mean, when they can, like, I hate to say just follow alcohol because the products are completely different.
Yeah.
But from a regulatory standpoint, we can copy the alcohol laws and guidelines and regulations and so forth. Like, why is it so fucking hard? It doesn't make sense, but it's because you gotta follow the money.
Yeah.
Follow the money. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's exactly it right there.
That's what it always is.
I read some stat the other day, like the average lawyer was like, I think it was in like the year 2000, the average lawyer was like $200 or $250 an hour. And now the average attorney is like $600 or $700 an hour.
Right.
And this industry is just fraught between the lobbyists and it's lawyer central everywhere. They're just racking it up. In fact, I talked to a company today because we're trying to work something out in Jersey. And the whole conversation was, well, we've got our lobbyist, our lawyer, and our other lawyer. We're meeting with the governor, and we're meeting with this commissioner. We're meeting with their lawyers. Like every other person was a lawyer. And
I had to
just
deal
want
with them
perpetuate the
motherfuckers all
system.
day.
Yeah, and they just want to perpetuate the system of shit and never have an answer. So people always have to come to them, and there's always a loophole that they, it's kind of like that programmer that puts the back door in the program that no one else knows about so they can go fuck it up. That's a lawyer. Sorry to the lawyers out there,
basically.
Quite frankly, I don't agree with Shakespeare. Just get rid of them all. Don't save even one of them. Sorry. I tell lawyers, I don't like you. I already don't like you because you probably overbill your clients. You probably waste your clients' money. You make everything more expensive. Like every time in Texas, we got that Thomas J. Henry guy for our accidents. And, we just got $40 million for a person. Well, I get that person needs help, but what do you think happens to the rest of our insurance premiums? Because the insurance company is going to start jacking it up on all of us to pay for those claims. So you might not have my insurance. I don't know about you. My insurance is up like 70% or 65% in the last 2 years. I've never had even a parking ticket, much less a claim.
Yeah, mine just went up and I haven't made a single claim.
Yeah.
Or anything. Yeah.
Oh, well, you're in Florida, so they're probably saying it's because of all the hurricanes and all that. They got to up all the rates to help pay for all the cars. In Texas one time, they told me it was because it was a bad hail season. And I was like, I didn't claim hail. They said, yeah, but X number of people did, so everyone's rates go up. So it's, none of us operate in a bubble. Like one of our actions indirectly, directly can impact a lot of people depending on what it is. It's crazy.
We're in it together, yeah.
Butterfly effect.
I was just about to say that. Mm-hmm.
That's a good way to put it, man. Yeah.
It is. I mean,
well, shit, I was thinking we'd play Never Have I Ever tonight, but it doesn't sound like there's much you haven't done, man. Shit.
Oh, there's plenty of stuff I haven't done, man. Plenty of stuff. I think I told you all this.
Smoke weed on our show.
I promised. So one, I'm doing it to save my lungs. I used to smoke a tobacco.
No.
Very long
I'm
time.
kidding. That was. That was
No,
a thing
trust
that you've never done. It was a joke. Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, man.
Never
I'm tired.
have I ever.
I'd have to
So,
put my whole hand down for that one. Shit. That's all I do.
so I was living in Fort Lauderdale, and one of my friends is this guy by the name of CL. He runs a group called DigiRacks. They're a large online record pool for DJs. And one of his really good friends is Mims, the rapper. This is Why I'm Hot, if you remember that song. And this was before the song had actually about 4 months before the song came out. They came and he was touring in the west coast or the east coast of Florida, and they hit me up and I was like, yeah, y'all can come stay at my house because it was just him and Mims. And so I used to have this my plug I lived in Fort Lauderdale, but I'd go down to Miami South Beach for my plug. His name was Naga, a white-headed dread guy, funniest, coolest dude ever. And he had this stuff called the juicy fruit. And I kid you not, it smelled like juicy fruit. It tasted like juicy. I mean, so I didn't want to drive back and forth all the time because obviously the risk and also, quite honestly, the time and the gas. So I got a couple buddies and we bought a pound. And so I had the pound. So actually this pound went through two funny things. So the first one was I had a cook come into my house every couple days to make some food. And she thought that the pound was like lettuce or spinach or something. So she was like, what's this funny vegetable in here? I'm going to make a salad with. I'm like, no, stop. And my partner, Todd, was he smoked it. And he'd been to my condo like a million times. I'm like, he's been gone for 20 minutes. Like, where did he go? I get up, I walk. He's in my kitchen. He's standing there holding his plate. And he's like, where's the microwave? I said, you've been sitting here for 20 minutes. You don't know where the fucking microwave, this stuff was so cream. It was so, so good. So yeah, there's wife. Hold on. So yeah, I got nothing wrong with smoking. I love the smoke, but I got little man role model and lungs I'm protecting.
Nah, so man, I got you.
I don't judge the smoke. I personally, there is something therapeutic about smoking. Just the act of smoking, the rolling it, the whole experience.
Yep.
It's the breathing. It's like doing breathing exercises. Like you take that long, slow draw in, you hold it, and then you exhale slow and let it go out. Like I find smoking a blunt to be like just so relaxing. Whereas a bong is just like quick hit, good to go, high. But I long for the day, like the time of day when I can just sit down and smoke a bong, because that means I've got like 15 minutes of uninterrupted, just chill, sitting and smoking.
Yep.
I get to where I can't even smoke without coughing anymore. So
I like joints.
So
I don't really cough. Well, you also smoke cigarettes.
What's your craziest routine when it comes to like in your day or your weekend? Like I know everybody's got their routine. I'd love to know like who's got like something crazy. Like they got to smoke before they're in the shower. They got to grind it a certain way. Like what's a routine out there that we could look to?
I have to smoke a whole lot before I leave the house. I feel like I do. That's my routine. It's like even on a whim, like, hey, you want to ride in the store with me, honey? Oh yeah, sure. You know, I'll be like, give me just a second. I just pretty good. I reach over and I'll hit the ball that's already packed a couple times. You know, I'll cheap it up.
But is there like
good.
a certain bowl you'll only smoke it? Like maybe you guys are watching a Colts game and like you got to smoke when something happened. Like you got to have some sort of a smoking routine.
Nah, man, it's just get stoned and
you know what?
You know? It's not.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. The last 2 weekends in a row. See, I got a bunch of stuff from Herder Edibles, and the last 2 weekends in a row, because every Sunday, my buddy during football season, he has a little girl same age. She comes over, or they come over. He and I sit and watch Red Zone. We're in the same fantasy league. We're talking shit. We're watching the game, all the highlights, Red Zone. Yeah. Girls are off playing, having a blast. So the last 2 weeks, I plan on doing it again this weekend. I just eat myself a good little chunk of edibles, and go sit on the couch and watch football and ride through the afternoon. It's been fucking great. That's becoming a new ritual for me. Sunday edibles.
Well, when I was in college and I first started smoking, my buddy would come over and we'd have what we hoped was a bag of weed, because at those times, you know, if you're getting sold a bag of oregano in Washington Square Park. And I was living down near Little Italy, and it was like this little Italian grocery store. So we would get completely baked, go on a mission there. And it was also one of those stores where you did not pay normal grocery store prices. It was like tenfold because of the convenience. And so we'd go in there for like we'd walk out, it'd be like $100 snack run, and that was our routine. But we knew we were getting ripped off, but we couldn't travel much further.
Now, I had a routine when I worked on the farm. If we wasn't working late or something, I'd take gravel on the way home. My buddy'd be on that route, and I'd pick him up, and I'd always had weed back in, and I still kind of do. But well, there's a liquor store about 15 minutes away, and we'd cruise gravel, smoking weed, and we'd go up there and get a 6-pack, and we'd smoke the rest of that joint, smoke another. We might hit back roads, who knows? But we used to do that most evenings or something.
Yeah, it's, you know, that's the thing about about weed, smoking. It's the social aspect. I mean, look at and by the way, with the Gangier certification, one of the aspects I was looking through the program is the history of cannabis. So you got to learn the history of cannabis if you want to have your certification. But, you know, it's crazy. Like, even going back to, you know, the Native American Indians and how they, you know, smoking was a ritual for them. Like, whether they were smoking tobacco or peyote or whatever they were smoking at the time, you know, there was some type of ritual to it. There's not a lot of things out there like alcohol. I guess you got drinking games, but other stuff, there's really not a lot of things that bring people together.
I don't know. There's a lot of creative motherfuckers out there.
They're good there.
I'm telling you now, it's past us three. You know, it may not be us, but there's some people out there that you might ask the same question to, man, and you'll get some answers. I'm telling you.
Hey, you guys you can see the chats. I don't know if anybody's chimed in, but yeah, I mean, tell
I
us.
don't know. Yeah, FL Dad's in charge of that. The chat.
Well, yeah,
I'd like to know if there's anything else out there besides, you know, weed. Yes, alcohol can do it as well, but we'll bring someone together to have a very deep conversation about something that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
Going to your neighbor's
I always
house.
like the deep conversations.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, I always love getting into that shit.
I was watching some Ralphie May last night before I was going to bed. I love that guy. He cracks me up, and he was talking about his what was his buddy was Billy D or Billy Wayne or something like that. He was saying how he'd always get like really stoned and bring up crazy aspects of the conversation. And one of the joke he had was Billy Wayne was like, "What if in America all the white people were black and the black people were white?" And that's how history was. Like, what? And it was just crazy, like just deep, just, you know, what if so-and-so was an alien? And hey, do you really think fire is real, or is, you know, this crazy shit you can make up?
Yeah.
It's big pussy pork.
I'd love to know what like the craziest conspiracy theory of all time is. That's
like
what I love.
turning down the TV so you can hear yourself chew the macaroni.
Do what now?
Like turning down the TV so you can hear yourself chew the macaroni.
Chewing macaroni. I've never done that.
Yeah,
I haven't done that one either.
You're so
I
high.
don't eat a lot of macaroni there.
Listen, that was so high. There was this car, I guess it was an insurance commercial or some shit on TV, man. And you know, there's this woman in this car, or it might have been a man. I don't even remember, but it was a car with no top, convertible. So anyway, and they do this to the camera, like this, right? Wave at the camera. That they, as they're driving by, they wave at the camera. I'm fucking stoned to shit. I'm looking at the TV and I do this. And the only reason I'm able to tell that story and remember it is because I caught myself immediately. Like, you're a fucking dumbass, dude. I told myself that I'm just zoned in. I'm getting ready to go to bed, but that last zone before you go to bed, man. And they did this to the camera. I'm like,
Okay.
And the guy in the TV did that right back to you too, right?
I don't know. I immediately was like, dumbass, snap out of it, bro.
I
That's when
think
you know
we've all
it's
done
time to go to
stupid shit
bed.
like that. I know I have.
Time for bed, exactly. I was like, you should have
It's time to go to
bed.
bed and reset. Absolutely.
Definitely.
I'll tell you, it's the fun and crazy stuff that it can lead to. Just everyone always obviously be safe out there. We don't want anyone getting in trouble or what was it, the 1980 the Say No to Drugs commercial where the kids playing with the shotgun and laughing about it. It's kind of,
how ridiculous
yeah.
were those commercials? Man?
The anti-drug commercial that I will never forget, and it had an opposite effect on me. It was the egg one. Like, this is your brain on drugs. All it did was make me want eggs. Like, because I was like, damn, eggs sound pretty good. I could go for an over easy egg. Because you just crack the egg and put it on the pan. Like, that would have been a good egg breakfast commercial or some shit from McDonald's. Yeah.
Basically, they don't realize their audience because they don't everybody smoking and getting the munchies, and now you're showing food.
That's their way of grooming us.
Yeah, the IHOP, the Denny's, and the Waffle House traffic probably went through the roof every time they aired that commercial.
Yeah, that's how they groomed us.
They had it airing on a loop out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's called
Need
not
to sober
knowing.
up? Come to Denny's.
That's called not knowing your audience.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for me, if they would put like a
loaf of bread and
some peanut butter and spread it around and like, this is your brain, I'd be like, no, that's in my stomach. I'm hungry now. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, that's in my kitchen. Fuck yeah.
Trust me, that's not my brain.
Yeah, no. Take one of those little Super Ball bounce things and go into a small room and just throw it and slam the door and watch it bounce around. That's my brain.
Yeah, I had a buddy one time.
All over the place.
The way he described it to me was his brain was like a Rolodex. It just was like all the time. That's how he described it to me. It was like a Rolodex all the time. Something going.
Yeah.
My son's brain is one I'll never be able to figure out. This kid is man, it's insane. Absolutely insane. When he goes to the restroom, believe it or not, he takes the periodic table with him. He's already memorized it. He knows what atomic mass is. He was explaining quarks to me the other day. His favorite TV show, go figure, is Young Sheldon. I'm like, we got to make a young Batman show. But right now, he's like mad at me if I talk to him on video chat because he's like, Dad, where are you? I said, oh, I'm in Wisconsin. Yeah, I've been to Wisconsin. I said, okay.
Mm-hmm.
You like it? I should be in Wisconsin. He's like, I should be there with
school.
You. I'm like, you got to go to school. Don't you like school? He's like, yes, but I could still go with you too. I'm like, no, we haven't sold enough high nine to buy a time machine or a jet yet, or a teleporter. So we got to keep plugging.
Yeah,
he actually went to his first
business room.
He went to his first concert in Wisconsin. He went to Summerfest this year, and that was a blast watching him just. Hundreds of thousands of people. He had some blue hair thing he was wearing and jumping around. Oh my God, I was jealous. I was there with him. I was like, I'm not having nearly as much fun as you are, but I'm watching you, man.
Man, that kills me. Watching my kids have a blast, just like, man, I remember when things used to be that exciting.
I wish my legs were shorter.
I wish I had half of that energy.
Yeah. Here we are thinking that, and they're thinking, now I know my brother hit one on his 5th birthday. I know this because it's on videotape, right? On his 5th birthday, his wish was, I wish I was big. So kids are thinking that. We're thinking, man, I wish I had that energy. I wish I was young. And they're thinking, man, I wish I was big. I'm a big boy. I'm a big girl. Oh, yeah.
I wish somebody come up to me and be like, you need to take a nap now. It's nap time. Go lay down. You don't have to do anything. Go take a nap. Like, I miss that.
Yeah, take away all my devices.
I love the way life is. Hell yeah.
just to be able to get a nap. But it's funny just to see how this, and it just reminds you, man, like we make life more complicated than it has to be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no reason why we can't be having that much fun. Like, let stuff go. Yeah, we got to let go of a lot of stuff in our lives that is like weighing us down.
I just realized what Adam keeps looking at.
Take out the trash.
Great line.
Take out the trash in your life, right?
I know what you keep looking at, Adam.
What am I looking at?
Because I'm about to be looking at the same thing.
Is there a football
You
game?
got the game on,
something?
don't you? You got the game on, don't
No,
you?
fuck no. No, I ain't got no game on.
Who's playing tonight?
Patriots and the Jets. I have Stevenson in one of my big money fantasy leagues, and I just had a thing pop on my phone that said he had a big play. I was like, oh shit, the game's started.
Patriots and the Jets.
Who are we cheering for tonight?
Jets.
I hate both of them. So who are we cheering for tonight?
If I got to, Jets.
I always liked Aaron Rodgers because he kicked the Cowboys' ass, man. And my neighbor, he's a Cowboys fan. He's older than me, but we dig it. We dig at each other,
I'm
guess I'll go
so
Jets.
disconnected
I hate
from
the
the
Patriots.
pros.
Pick the Jets, Franz. It's fine. Pick the
I'll
Jets.
take the Jets. I was in New York. I got to represent. I'll represent.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. There you go. You're on the right team.
I don't know when it
See,
happened.
now-
I mean, I used to be a huge pro sports fan, but then somewhere along the line, it was just like I lost all attraction to it. It's like it became ugly to me. I don't know.
Well, because they're divas. That's what's great about college football is
Yeah, buddy.
everything means everything. It's all heart and soul, everything. Like they want to shine. So those kids are out there giving it everything they have, every practice, every Saturday, everything, because they know this is their opportunity, especially the ones on scholarship. Even if they know they're not going to make it to the pros, they know this is their ticket to an education. So they're not going to miss that.
They can make money in damn college on it now. Get sponsored, fucking.
Yeah, but not.
No, but did you see University
not
of
like
Tennessee? So the new rule is that a school can use up to like 20 some odd million to actually pay athletes. Not talking about NIL. So University of Tennessee just increased ticket prices on all sports and a little additional on football because that money is now going to be used to pay all the athletes across the program. I don't know if it was an SEC thing but that's a new rule. And Tennessee just announced the other day they're up in ticket prices by like 10%, and I think football prices are up like 16%.
A trickle effect.
But quite honestly, it's about time that the fact that those kids couldn't even like get jobs.
That's true.
And
no, that's right.
It don't make them have to go to college as much though. Like their books, they ain't got to be worried about books as much. So I don't think either maybe quite as much. Go to school one year.
Well, I mean, the scholarship pays for their schooling, their food, and their housing, but it doesn't give them any money to do anything.
But the food.
But it doesn't give them money to do anything.
The food was like limited though, by the way, because there was like football programs that the players.
It's the cafeteria.
Like, on weekends, they couldn't get they had to eat so much food on Friday because they were going to be hungry Saturday and Sunday, and like they could, it was crazy when I was watching like the ESPN thing on the Fab Five. They're walking down whatever street in Ann Arbor, and they're seeing a store selling their names on everything, and they're like, if I went in there right now and asked them to get me one of my own T-shirts for free, that would be a violation. But they're actually making money selling it. It was the whole thing was just messed up.
His likeness, no, it is.
I mean, they call it likeness, but it was actually like when your name, your number, everything's on that jersey. Wait, you're profiting off me? I don't even know you.
Right.
How do you if they went out and trademarked something, like that was like the point where like almost every single one of these athletes should have gone out and trademarked their name and their number so nobody could use it on the school couldn't even use it on a shirt without their permission.
True.
Yeah, kind of. But the schools was making money off of them and making money, off of them, and they should be getting their fair share. Yeah.
I was gonna say they pay the players. They pay the players, but we're what else is getting paid? Like the taxes or fees and things like that.
Yes.
Right. After they pay the players, what do the players owe the people? The middlemen. There's a middleman somewhere, right?
Well, I mean, no, with the NIL stuff, they can do their own. They can go set up their own website and sell their own shit direct, and they can own their trademarks and copyrights. And I'm sure there's probably something in the scholarship paperwork that allows the school to use it for certain things and so on.
Right.
But yeah, I mean,
now advertising is money. Now advertising on platforms is actually money.
But I just, I'm gonna go after Alabama out there, and I'm not an Alabama fan at all, but I just think it's interesting that Nick Saban has such a great run in college football, pulling every phenomenal player in high school recruiting, and then now as soon as NIL hits and he doesn't win as much or as easily and recruit, he's like, I'm out of here, and he's accusing everyone else of being cheats and paying players. I'm like, dude, you're just mad because everyone's doing it now.
He said it messed football up. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was running the game.
Yeah. Yeah, he had it going on. That's for sure. He was
taking that Geico or Aflac money.
He get the players,
paying the kids with all that Aflac money.
Yeah.
So how long do they give Dion in Colorado with all his nonsense?
Until he stops being newsworthy.
Yeah.
I guess he's a revenue source. I don't know who wants to go play. I mean, he's
still relevant right now.
Until the publicity stunt ends or his son graduates.
Or if they're really good, they're actually good.
Well, yeah, but
if he turns it around.
You got to recruit.
You got to
be a good coach. You got to develop talent. Like, he hasn't shown that. I mean, I know it's only his second year, but still, there comes a point where you got to put the show down and you got to focus on business and then come back to the show. Get it right.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I mean, I think it's just more of a distraction when you let all that shit get in there.
I think it's
the best coaches are the ones you don't see in the media other than press conferences.
I think all the stuff he's been doing, like all that media stuff, I think it's actually bad for the kids because it's making them think they've already made it when they got a lot more work they got to put in to get get to that next level.
For their hat.
Yeah, look at RG3 or whatever his name is.
Yeah, you know about them injuries.
They signed him out. They signed him out of college thinking he's going to do something. He was really good at. He was really good at college. He was really good at college, but he sucked at NFL.
He started off pretty good, but then he got hurt like immediately.
Yeah.
Well,
Andrew Luck, man, would have been the best ever. He would have been.
What percentage of in the last 25 years? What percentage of the Heisman winners have actually been good pro players?
Right, Reggie Bush. Yeah.
Reggie Bush had a. Like, what happened to Reggie Bush? I mean, did Kim Kardashian just completely fuck him up?
I don't know. Like, he went to broadcasting pretty quick, didn't he? Though, but
yeah.
Here's our Diddy segue.
We had McFadden here, man. He's a good son of a bitch.
Here's our Diddy segue with the Kardashian comment.
Pinky out.
Pinky out. Yeah, where's my damn bowl? Here it is.
That's drink.
Oh wait.
But I'll tell you what, I love this time of year because the weather's changing. It's not as hot. We got football going. College basketball starts in November.
Yeah.
You got some great holidays. You got a lot of holidays putting people together.
You like college hoops?
Oh, so I was born in Raleigh, North Carolina, so I'm a Tar Heel for basketball. And growing up in Florida, I was a Miami Hurricane fan.
Tyler Hansborough.
Oh, phenomenal.
Poplar Bluff, Missouri, 30 minutes away from here. Yeah. But anyway, I'm a Razorbacks this year, man. We got Kentucky's coach, Calipari, and we're going to be bringing it this year, I think.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we can do. The Tar Heels are going to be looking pretty tough again this year.
They beat our ass last year. I remember. Yeah, in a tournament maybe.
So wait, who was your team? The national championship. What was his name? Oh. Y'all had the baller on that team. You had a couple ballers on that team.
Technically, they're all ballers, right?
What's his name? There's a couple of them.
There was the power forward. I forget who he played for in the end.
Reggie Miller?
No, for the
Reggie Miller played at UCLA.
UCLA.
Oh, I thought you were talking college. You're talking college. Okay.
Yeah, we're talking college. I got to go back and check.
I missed part of it. I kind of zoned out.
Sidney Moncrief. We had him. Yeah.
I thought Sidney Moncrief played at Marquette.
I'll be right back.
He might have before, but he was a Razorback, wasn't he?
Was he? For some reason, yeah, maybe. I
have to check that. I ain't 100%, but I can't remember all. There's a couple of them. When Richardson was a coach, they had the fast. They had the.
Yes, that was the press, and I'm blanking because dude played for the Bulls. He went and played for the Bulls, didn't he? I'll come back to it. But yeah, it's a great time of year. We got holidays. Oh, by the way, we announced it yesterday. We are an official sponsor of the National Gay Flag Football League. It is a league. They have 112 teams coming to Austin, Texas on October 31st, Halloween, for the Austin Gay Bowl. So we are going to be sponsoring that. I'm going to have some golf carts, some beverage carts rolling around because there's like 10 or 12 fields. So we're going to be rolling all around, selling some high nine out there, helping the athletes get their vitamins and minerals, and it should be a good time. So, and plus it's Halloween, so it'll be a crazy time. Then we got, obviously Christmas and Hanukkah and lots of good times coming up. So this is like, I don't know, there's something about the fourth quarter, and it's also like, if you've had a bad year, it's kind of like I'm putting this year behind me. If you've had a good year, you're like, I'm going to end it. So it's like that. It's kind of like that fourth quarter comeback. You know what I mean? Like the game isn't over yet. So it's just, I don't know. For me, it's an awesome time of the year. I'm looking forward to driving back to Texas because I know I'm starting to get some weather changes around, and the scenery is going to be just immaculate. It's going to be so awesome.
Man, it's prime time right now. Yeah.
Dude, what's better than like Thanksgiving Day? I mean, that whole Thanksgiving weekend is like probably one of the best, at least for me, it's one of the best times of year. You don't have, like, work is generally slow. Everybody's slowing down. The weather's right. The food is there. The friends, the family, everyone's coming together. Shit's on TV. Good movies usually coming out. Good records usually coming out because that's when everybody drops their record for Christmas, for the Christmas sales. But I don't know. I mean, and now we got a lot of launches across states coming with high nine. So this is gonna be a fun fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Cheers to that. Cheers to that.
Oh, and this year we got the election.
I was getting ready to say you're doing all this in the midst of a psychotic election year. Wow, man. Bravo.
We're doing our launch with American Shaman on November 5th.
November 5th.
We want to give you the best choice.
Right
Vote high nine.
Vote high nine. Yep.
Think about what's going on. This fourth quarter is going to be.
So yes on 3.
And get your popcorn. You might want to stock your house up so you don't have to leave just in case. I mean, this just feels like one of those periods in time where, like, literally anything could happen.
You gotta believe it.
Yeah, October surprise coming up.
Dude, we could have fucking Armageddon and asteroids coming. I mean, there's like anything could. This world is in such chaos. Anything could happen this fourth quarter with that, especially with that election. I mean, who the heck knows what's going to go on? It's crazy.
Yeah. What kind of shit they gonna throw out there if it's real or do we know if it's real?
Oh, and think about this: we haven't even heard the good political mudslinging yet. They saved that for you don't want to shoot your load too early.
October.
They're waiting. They're waiting, and I'm hearing everywhere up here in Wisconsin. I guess Trump must be doing better because Kamala. I have not heard one Trump ad on the radio, but I've heard Kamala ads one after another. So that must mean she's probably a little behind in the polls up here because that's how they focus their ad dollars, and especially on key states like Wisconsin,
and Florida.
Oh yeah, Florida's always
fucking swing state. God.
I'm glad we ain't got no bullshit here, man, in Arkansas.
It's really annoying being in a swing state because you get texts and emails from every fucking party trying to get, it's like spamming out the ass. You're getting flyers from both parties. You see signs everywhere, advertising. Like you have both candidates for, and I'm not just talking about presidential. I'm talking all this county election shit. The state election shit, like it's just annoyingly overwhelming. Like, chill the fuck out.
And you know who wins the who wins the biggest out of all of it? The media companies, because they are just racking in every penny, nickel, and dime
Advertising
from
dollars.
advertisements.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
care if it's iHeart radio stations or Fox News, CNN, all the news. That's who wins. I mean,
Spotify.
I
oh,
feel like
all of them.
I feel like
They're just
this election's super. This election's going to be a little bit more important.
Every election should be very important because
I know,
everything's fucking broken.
I know, but we're towards the, you know.
Everything is. I don't care what party you are, or independent, or what you believe.
Yeah, I ain't no party.
Right or wrong.
Everything's fucked up.
Right or wrong, right or wrong to me. It ain't party, nothing. Yeah. Like what feels right, what feels right, and what feels wrong to me, not anybody else but me. You know.
Hey, look,
My opinion, they all feel wrong.
There's not one type of lizard in the swamp. You know, it's all of them. Like Nancy Pelosi buys a $40 million home in Naples, Florida. Well, what was wrong with San Francisco? Now, by the way, the rumor is she's investing in a group or a business that's buying commercial real estate in San Francisco. So watch what they're who knows what they're going to do out there with their situation. But she's one of the best insider traders ever, you know.
So they still got this 15-minute city thing going on. You know, you reckon San Francisco might become a part of that.
15-minute city? What?
Mm-hmm. Smart cities is what they call. You never heard of that? Yeah,
like where everything's smart tech.
Everything's so close. You just live in one thing. You don't even drive a car. Everything's just 15 minutes away. You can go from. They got everything surveilled, and basically it's just to keep us locked.
Like New York.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the traffic?
You just go a few blocks and you can get to anything.
Can't get in and out.
I'd love to see how they can do that in California because nothing's 15 minutes away. That traffic is horrible no matter where you are out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is gonna be a crazy end of this year. Like I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's the funny thing is there's a lot before you even get to December 31st. Like we got a lot to get through before we even get to that point, much less to say Happy New Year. I just hope things get better, man. I hope people start minding their own business and getting back to putting their phones and their screens down and looking the person actually that's sitting across the table from them and having a conversation. Yeah, that's one of the things I'm teaching my son. He wants to take the.
So are you going to set off the EMP? Because that's about the only way that's happening.
I was actually thinking about the other night how neat it would be if I actually had one. Oh man, if I were that smart, my son would probably have to make it. But you know, I have to do that with him now. Like while I'm away, he because you know we're not having like family dinner because I'm not there. So I make the point like every night when he's eating dinner, normally it'd be right now. No tablet, you know, no. He likes games and stuff and periodic tables and calculators or whatever. He's weird on that front. Love him to death, but you know, I've had to explain to him like, okay, we're gonna go on video. Put that down. We're on video, but we're having a dinner conversation. Like I have to teach him to like, think of me as sitting right next to, you know, right across from you. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to ask you about your day. You're going to ask me about my day. You're going to ask your mom about her day. You're going to say, thank you, mommy, for, you know, this stuff and that stuff. Like, I'm trying to just, you know, think about all the stuff I did wrong in my life and things that maybe I wish my parents steered me a certain way or taught me something a little different. It might've, you know, had a different impact. I'm just trying to go back into my Rolodex and actually implement it in how I'm communicating with him to try. Because all we can do is to make this a better world. We can just start with one person at a time. That's ourselves. And then we got to look at our immediate circle where we do have an influence. So for me, it's my son. My wife's not going to listen to me. My mom's not going to listen to me. So he's the best hope I have. It's starting to implement some change in this world. So, you know, hopefully we'll get him started on the right foot. But at the same time, it's like, you got to be so careful. Like, wait, if I say that, am I going to give him a complex? Is he going to get like fucked up in the head because I'm saying that? Like, I don't want him to have a eating disorder or an image disorder or think he should talk. It's like, it's so hard, man. It's like walking on eggshells.
Right. In this world, man, makes it tough for you.
And that's why we need to just
All you
make
can
this
do
plant
is
legal.
prepare them to be the best that they can be.
It's hard to prepare them for this, shouldn't it?
Yeah, but we got more challenges.
Teach
these
them
days,
everything
man.
you know and teach them to be better at it.
Yeah, but there's stuff that you and I don't know because this is a different world. We have not grown up in this world.
Yeah,
We don't
Blaze,
know
I
what they're
always
doing.
No. I'm not talking about like knowledge and tech. I'm talking about just like as
Morals?
a person in this world.
I'm not even
Morals,
talking.
like just like the shit that like
There's a lot of moral.
how to plant stuff, how to grow stuff, how to fix stuff like around your house, how to do your own laundry, how to cook, how to shit like that. Like, you know, teach them everything you know and encourage them to be better.
Oh yeah, no, those are all awesome skill sets that I'd be shocked if like you surveyed like I don't know, took some high school seniors, how many in a classroom actually knew how to like change a tire, you know,
or tie their shoe.
I know this one girl. Her dad
pull their
said she's
pants
too
up,
pretty.
damn it.
Yeah,
Pull their pants up, wear a belt. You know,
yeah.
the basics.
But you know, there's also the crazy stuff. Like you know, it's strange having that conversation with them about like stranger danger, and all that stuff. Like our parents never worried about that. We didn't have cell phones, or you know, they drive through the neighborhood and they'd see wherever all the bikes were. Okay, everybody's fine. Keep going.
Right.
Yeah, that's where they're at.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it was like check-in times. Like we lived in a neighborhood and like I had a few friends in the neighborhood and we didn't have like, oh, you're going to his house or his house. We were just out running around having fun, you know, picking up sticks, playing army gun shooting aliens and shit, like swimming in the community pool, just doing whatever the hell we wanted, making up shit. We were kids, you know? But it was just like check in at this time. I had a little wristwatch and it was be here at this time to check in. And it was like usually come get lunch. And sometimes it would just be sitting outside waiting for me. And sometimes I got to go inside and eat it. But and then it was right back out, you know? Come home when the sun goes down.
Yeah. They were trying to teach us like how to read a clock. Be like, oh, hey, let me just see how. Oh, okay, the sun's there. It's about 4 o'clock. I got 2 more hours of like we knew how to tell the time about where the sun was because we had to be home by like, okay, by 8 o'clock, it's about this dark. So we got to scoot.
Yeah, about this dark.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. And then as it gets to the fall, the weekends start fucking with you because it gets darker sooner and you're getting in trouble.
We're gonna get fall back here soon, right? Don't we? Are we picking up an hour?
Yes.
Or did we already do that?
We ain't done that yet. Fall back. We fall back, but I don't know when that is.
Is it this Sunday?
No, it's after Halloween. It's near Halloween.
Oh, it's after Halloween?
It's near Halloween sometime.
Oh, it is?
I think. I'm not sure.
For some reason, I always thought it was in September, so I don't know. I thought we were going to fall back soon because.
Hey, man.
September is the beginning of the fall. September is the beginning of fall. Summer's over and fall begins. That doesn't mean the time changes. Because I think we're in the last day or two of summer, and then like it's the 21st or 22nd, something like that, is officially the first day of fall.
I thought Labor Day
summer
was
is from June. Maybe for school and shit, but the way I remember it is June 20th, 21st. That range is the first day of summer.
But you're not supposed to wear white after Labor Day because summer's over. So I don't know.
Dog days.
No Diddy.
Oh my god. I like to say that shit all the time to people, man. You're not supposed to wear white after Labor Day. That's funny you said that shit.
I don't ever wear white because this shit gets dirty way too easy.
Oh,
I don't understand how these people can have these white sneakers and like walk around. Dude, my oldest, he wanted some Nikes, and I wasn't gonna spend $100 some odd on some shoes. It's just that he's gonna ruin, he's a fucking middle school kid. So his grandfather ended up getting them, but I was just like, he comes home the first day and his feet are hurting because he walked funny all day at school so that his shoes wouldn't crease. He spent the whole day walking around trying not to let his shoes crease like where the toe bends.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
I was like, "Are you serious?" And he's getting like shoe polish and stuff. I'm like, dude. Well, he goes to a school where they have to wear uniforms, so sneakers are kind of like a
The
status
last
thing, I guess.
bastion of statement. Yeah.
I actually went to that school, and I remember that's how it was. So I shouldn't be so judgmental, but to walk around ridiculous like that, like creasing your shoes. Go on.
Now look, I'm gonna jump on his side for a minute because when I was a kid, I got Jordans when they first come out, and yes, I'm upset that I still did not save them. And I did not come from a wealthy family, and it was
A big thing for you to have
it was a
Jordans,
big
man.
deal. Like I had Jordans, and I will tell you, I kept those motherfuckers crisp.
Yep.
I kept them crisp. I would, even if I wore them to school, I would spend more time sitting there making sure because we had a real dusty campus, and I would make sure I get into the class. I'm wiping them off. So, and I give him credit for respecting his stuff and wanting to take care of it and understanding. Like he's assigned a level of importance to it, so he's taking care of it. That's awesome. I'm all about that.
If only he would take care of the rest of his shit
Well,
in
that's
his bedroom and everything with that kind of
It's a
level
start.
of care. Oh my God. I mean, I
start.
guess, yeah.
It's a
start.
You got to start somewhere, man. You parlay it. You say, okay, look, you got your closet. This is where you put your shoes. Don't you want your shoes to live in a nice house?
Yeah.
Right.
We all have
he
our weird.
sets them up. He doesn't even put them in his room, and I don't blame him. His room's a fucking disaster.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing is teaching little dude now. Like if you break it, it doesn't mean you automatically get a new one. Like we're trying to teach him consequences. That's the hardest thing is to tell him no. Like when you can get it for him, but you're like, if I do, I'm teaching him a bad lesson. If I don't, I just feel like I let him down.
Well, see, that's what I did
Right
with my
on,
daughter. She broke her tablet. Like she stepped on it, and I had gotten onto her a million times about leaving it on the floor. You need to pick it up. You need to put it on something, whatever. And whatever. I take it away from her and like say you can have it back tomorrow because you can't take care of it, whatever. And then I still end up finding it on the floor. And one day she stepped on it and broke the screen. I said, I'm not buying you another tablet. I told you I wouldn't. And she went for a few months, and I felt really bad. So Santa got her a tablet because I wouldn't. and then on that one, it did break. But this one, I'm not even going to blame her. It's not her fault. The charger port it won't. You can't get it to stay like it. No matter, you have to bend it and turn it a certain way just for it to charge properly. Other than that, it's fine. But Grandpa got her one for her birthday, so she's good. She's just a little shit.
Hey, sometimes it's good to be a kid, man.
Yeah,
It's good to be a kid.
Especially a cute, sweet one that knows how to work daddy.
The funny thing is when we all realize that we don't have to like cap what we're capable of learning, even later in life. Like we throw so much stuff at little dude, and it's funny. Like I've actually been learning stuff again because of him. Like maybe it's things that have gone dormant in my head that I learned a long time ago, where I was forced to learn, and I've never actually had to apply in real life. But the funny thing is, he'll bring a couple things up here and there, and I'll be like, wait, I actually did apply that in life when I did this, this, and this. Like, So I was wrong when I told the teacher that we were never going to use this in life because I just did it.
Yeah, wax on, wax off makes a lot more sense now, don't it?
I'm not going to touch that one.
In middle school, all I heard was whack off. Man, I was a horny little kid in middle school.
No diddy.
I keep telling my wife she needs to be careful because he's my oldest. He's about to be 13. And I keep telling her, I was like, you need to be careful. You need to knock before you enter his room. You need to just be aware because if he hasn't already, he is bound to discover himself soon. And you need to be prepared for that, because if you're not, you're gonna scar him and yourself. Okay.
No shit.
You need to just make sure you do not just assume anymore. Like, and she's like, I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to hear this. And I'm like,
I
you
agree.
need to, because you don't want to get caught off guard.
Maybe you hear it now. Then
You don't want to get caught off guard.
Oh shit.
I'm just gonna leave that topic. I'm not gonna touch.
That's when FL Dad.
Thankfully, when I was, I never
Goes
got
and
walked
teaches
in on,
you.
when I was a kid, like caught, whatever. But my mom, one time, she found where I would throw all the tissues, like under my bed. And I know she found it because I came home to a box of tissues on my desk, or on my bed, with a trash can next to it. It said, please start making it in the trash can from now on. The fucking sticky note.
Wow.
We never spoke of it.
would-
We never spoke of it.
She could put it like she could put it up like a box of tissue and a thing of Afrin and be like, I'm sorry you have such a stuffy nose.
Yeah. Honey, I made you an appointment to the doctor. Get you some antibiotics, because that shit looks crazy coming out of your nose.
And I've never seen snot make Tina's Kleenex so stiff.
Yeah, my wife was asking if they could watch the podcast, and I told her to get him to bed.
Oh, the kids, yeah. She can watch. Don't let the kids stay up for this one.
Oh, no, because I'm sure I'm going to say
We're not
something
for
that gets me in trouble.
underage viewers.
I'll say something that'll get me in trouble. I have a knack.
Well, we typically
I have
only.
a great talent for that.
No matter what, this is forever on the internet, I guess.
I know it is. I know it is.
I mean, I can always take it down from our stuff.
Oh no, it'll forever be logged in the digital world.
You know, that's
somewhere.
That's the
Yeah.
one thing. That's the one thing I will say is that I'm glad the internet didn't pop up and all this recording stuff didn't happen like 30 years ago, 20.
Oh Lord, mercy! I know,
would not
right?
want to
Shit.
Oh man, wouldn't that been something?
No.
You remember that was back in the day when to record something you had to do this and have one of those big ass boombox looking cameras up on your shoulder.
Oh no, they had the mini. Don't forget they started having the mini
tripods.
cams.
Tripods, man, tripods.
Yeah, that is when in the 90s. That is when the world changed.
Tripods all day.
When that little handheld camera, everybody became a professional film director.
Mm-hmm. So they put a damn camera in a phone, man. Lord of mercy.
That was
It's just, I think it's funny that they sell phones more like cameras and video cameras instead of like you never see someone say, "Oh, our text message in an ad." You won't see Verizon say, "Our text message service never goes down." It's, "Oh, we got the Samsung with this camera that's got X-ray fucking vision on it and a radiation detector and it'll do your dishes and everything else. Oh, by the way, it also makes phone calls when you need to."
Yeah, you don't really
take a picture of your W-2 and it does your taxes for you.
Yeah. Scan document. Scan document. In order to scan something, I used to have to go get a scanner and hook it up to my computer. Now I can just with my fucking phone, man.
Take a picture.
I work at Walmart and I walk around with one of the things that I can just tell you what price anything is.
You mean
I can deposit a check without going to the bank. That's great.
See, I still don't trust that stuff. I don't
trust it either, but
because my grandparents always sent me checks, and I was like, "Fuck!" Now I got to go to the damn bank.
I don't trust it either.
Once they switch that,
my bank's an hour away. My bank's an hour away, and I'm legally blind, so I can't drive. So therefore, I just can't. I don't get to choose every time I want to go out. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of helps me to be able to just take this big ass iPad I have. It's like a mini TV. And scan my check and put it into the bank, man. I mean, it just helps somebody like me.
Yeah.
But I don't trust it. No. I don't trust it at all. But it's just kind of like what I got. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When my wife and I were we first got together, and she had to make a deposit. She had to put some cash in, and she's like, "Oh, can we go to the ATM?" And I got to put the cash in. I said, "Are you crazy?" She's like, "Oh, they never screw up." Guess what? They screwed up that one.
Yeah.
Screwed it up.
Yeah.
I was like, "See, I'm just maybe I'm just bad luck around technology." I don't
And
know.
you know what? I would rather have human error, right to my face, human error than automation error, and then it gets lost in the fucking midst of wherever, and you got to chase it down forever and ever. If it's a big deal, like taking money out of your account and you didn't, you know what I'm saying, like you didn't know you hit automatically come out every month or whatever the reason is that something's come out. So, something's come out. Now you got to go through all this crap, and then you have to wait for X amount of days for it to even be put back, even if it was a mistake. Even if it's a mistake, you're missing your money for 4 days.
How people they hang on
5
to.
days.
We've gone through that where distributors have sent us checks and they're brand new businesses because they've never done transactions, and it's like 10-day hold. I'm like, do you not know how the Fed system works? It doesn't take 10 days to guarantee a check. And like it's all ridiculous. It's scam after scam after
10
scam
days
after
for it's 10 days for them to take your money to the market and wait on a return for it. 10 days is a good safe zone for them.
Absolutely.
Fucking bullshit. I guess.
So how much longer y'all want to keep going?
I don't know.
We're way over the hour,
Which
is fine.
Yeah, we're good.
Well, I've got my ritual that no matter what, I've got to say goodnight and say prayers and stuff with my little man before he goes to bed. So I have to do.
I do all that shit before I hop on here.
Family
first. Well, my son he's late to get to bed. He fights it every night, so I got to.
I hear you, little man.
I just can't miss it. Can't miss it, man. I got to be the dad.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I will not argue that at all.
He's what I'm doing this for.
Let's go ahead and say goodbye to the live audience.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
To the live audience.
Drink high 9.
Drink high 9.
Use code the boys.
Use code the boys.
Yeah.
Boys.
That's right.
Just drink it.
Cheers, guys.
Just drink it.
I can go from the U